Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Lawrence going to put it up right away. And incomplete to open things up.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Now Lawrence. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Again, it's Lawrence. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Here's Lawrence. He'll air this one out for Kirk. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
So here are the Bucs backed up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that joy, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Fournette. To about the 35, 2nd down. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week, 16 carries, 63 yards.
How about we shine a little spotlight on the offensive line? Those big guys up front are creating nice space, nice gaps for them to run through. I think he's going to go for over 100 yards in this game.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Mayfield. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mayfield off the play fake. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The Bucs at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he goes out right around the 39. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Now Lawrence to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think the both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Following the interception, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Fournette running right. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Fournette again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. His first touchdown there in their campaign. And the Bucs post the first points in the ballgame as they take the lead here in the second quarter. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Lawrence's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Complete to Jones. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Lawrence will throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw right a little too far, brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out to his left. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Succop's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now. You remember last week they defeated the Carolina Panthers here. Good momentum. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Mayfield on play action. Airing this one out for Evans. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And brought in by Braid. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Mayfield going to take it on a sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Mayfield to throw it this time. That's caught at the 3. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Fournette is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. That makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Etienne once more. And he's got room. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be brought down to about the 42. Another modest game there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they?
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Zay Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and through, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Looking like they're right away to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
Well, there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside he's thinking 24-hour rule because we have to play again next week. Lost man. He wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Suck up for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays, a long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Lawrence to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
So out come the Bucs now. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll run it again with Fournette. And just not a ton of room to work with. They'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory.